Red Hot Gotsy, come subscribe, come subscribe, come subscribe, come subscribe.
Howdy there, we got ourselves a little bit of a top 10, you know what I'm saying? Feeling pretty swaggy, got the swag glasses on, you dig? Yeah, so let's just get on to this. We got the top 10 best Marvel characters in MCU. Let's get it. Here, top in number 10, we got War Machine. Now, War Machine's kind of low, you know what I'm saying? It's top 10, but he's number 10, but for a good reason, only because, you know, he hasn't had enough to where he would be better than the other people on this list. And you'll see the other people and you'll understand. So, you know, he's basically Tony's brother. You know, he was in the military, I'm pretty sure, and he works with a lot of weapons. Like when he has the suit on, he has a lot of like weapons, like machine guns and stuff like that. You can see in this picture, it was Avengers Infinity War. And like he has also explosives and he can fly, so he has a lot of things going for him and powers, but we're not talking about that. We're talking about like actual like plot and stuff like that. I'll make another video for that later. um That'll be another top 10. But this one, he's just, you know, he almost died in the Civil War as well, which is another thing. Uh, so that just shows that there are other characters who are, you know, stronger than him. But besides that, he is, you know, a good character. You know, he adds something good to, you know, the Iron Man movies and stuff like that. But I think Rocket is just a bit better than him. You know, at number 9, Rocket Raccoon, you know, he's part of the Guardians of the Galaxy, and I would say he's a funny character, really funny. He has lots of guns as well. You know, he is the expert marksmith in the universe, basically. You know, he can basically make a gun out of anything, or a weapon at that matter. You know, he has a lot of plot, you know, especially with Groot, as you can see in this picture. You know, when Groot died and stuff like that. Oh, spoiler. If you haven't seen the movie, you should have by now if you're watching this video. Um, and he also talked to Thor in Avengers Infinity War. You know, they had a little heart to heart, so he can interact with the Avengers as well. You know, he fought in Endgame and stuff like that. He was there when they lost and stuff like that. He lost Groot, and that was really, you know, heartfelt and stuff like that. I wish I put Groot in this list. You know what I'm saying? Because Groot is pretty tough. I'm not gonna lie. But no, this is based on like actual character. And here we got number 8, Doctor Strange. Now, Doctor Strange, he's pretty lit. I'm not gonna cap. He's very powerful and very intelligent. I would say he's honestly he's top 3 in terms of power, but like I said, we're not doing that. But you know, he was a doctor at one point, as you can tell. You know, Doctor Strange, yeah. And he basically, well, y'all know the backstory, but you know what I'm saying, like he got hurt and then, you know, his hands, so he went to the Ancient One and stuff like that. So he has a good backstory. And you know, he worked well with the Avengers Infinity War and Endgame. And yeah, that's why he's just a bit above Rocket and War Machine in that aspect. He interacted with Thor, you know, and Loki in Thor's movie Ragnarok. And in Infinity War Endgame, he interacted with Tony, you know, with that whole thing where he had to do this snap, sacrifice himself. And yeah, here we got, you know, my chick, my baby, Scarlet. Well, I like the other Scarlet too, but we're not going to get to that just yet. Scarlet Witch. Now, Scarlet Witch is different. I'm not going to lie. I like Scarlet Witch. I like Scarlet Witch. Not going to care. I like Scarlet Witch. All right. Now, Scarlet Witch, she has a very interesting backstory. Sadly, it wasn't really fleshed out the way I would like it to be. Basically, to put it simply, her parents were killed by Tony, I'm pretty sure, and well, both her parents and Quicksilver's parents, you know. That's another thing I wanted to bring up. Quicksilver kind of, you know, dies. So, you know, I haven't really seen her be like, you know, sad about it, but that would be something for another video. But my point is, like, that was really sad for her in that movie, and it really brung out her power, and we really get to saw, geez, really get to saw, we really get, my God, we really got to see what she was really about. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, Captain America. Now, Cap, I was really having trouble. All right, you know what? Let me just be honest. I wanted to put him in number 10. Let me just be honest. But the reason I didn't is because he has some redeeming qualities. Like, he's a good man. He's not a perfect soldier, but he's a good man. I'm not gonna lie. He had the serum, became super powerful, but he was still a nice guy. You know what I'm saying? Did what was right, at any cost. You could see at Civil War, he was willing to, what I'm saying, be a criminal just to stand up for what is right. And I like that about him. But god damn it, Bucky, really? Over Tony? Like that really annoyed me, honestly. Honestly. He's teamed up with Black Widow and stuff like that as well. Well, basically the whole Avengers, but in the Winter Soldier is praised for being like the best thing ever, which I don't think it is, but yeah, I think it was a good movie, and I think he's a good character. No, we got Black Widow. You know what I'm saying? I was talking about Scarlet. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? All right, I'm gonna chill out. I'm gonna chill out. But Black Widow, we got. You know what I'm saying? She started in Iron Man 2. That was her first appearance, and this is her placed at, what is this, 6? Let me think. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. Oh, she's number 5. I'm an idiot. All right, never mind. Ignore me. Um, so she was part of the Avengers, one of the founding members of the Avengers. She teamed up with Cap, as I said, and had a little relationship with Hulk. You know what I'm saying? Honestly, I had a hard time putting her, too high, just because I had a little thing for her. You know what I'm saying? But like, yeah, it's just like, she sided with Tony at first, and then she kind of switched over to Cap, like in Civil War, I mean. And she had some good fight scenes in Infinity War, Endgame, stuff like that. It's just, Oh, yeah, in Endgame, she sacrificed herself for the Soul Stone, so that's really important for a character. Alright, so Spider Man. Spider Man, I put, him above Scarlet, even though she's been around longer, is because he actually, had a lot of interesting, plot, in my opinion, that was like better. Even though Spider Man, like, I want to put him higher, but, like in Civil War, he was good. He adds kind of like a high school ish, like a younger aspect to the group, which is cool and all, but it's just kind of hard to put him really really high given the other characters because he's had a lot of mistakes, like like in Homecoming and Far From Home, as you can see from the picture, it's just not the best, because he's not really grown up yet. Like I feel like he can be a better character, but it's just like he's not quite there yet. If you get what I'm saying. In Infinity War, he had a good, thing with Tony, a little arc, I guess you could say. And in Endgame, he came back. It was interesting. I loved it, but I just, So I guess, and I had to put Black Panther above him. Black Panther, he was in Civil War as well. He's a good example of a little comparison because they both debuted in Civil War. His father died. He thought it was Bucky, so he got pissed. It's the other thing where he was mad at Bucky, so he wanted to kill him, just like Tony did. I sided with I sided with not Bucky, but never freak Bucky, bro. See, I don't want to yell because I'm freak. It's like really late, but like, dang, I do not like Bucky. I'm supposed to be talking about Black Panther here, but here's the thing. I sided with Black Panther and Iron Man over him because Black Panther's a really interesting character. He had the thing with Killmonger. He died in Infinity War, came back in Endgame. Like he just has a lot more interesting traits. He introduced Wakanda to the world, which is a huge thing. Vibranium was, created there and stuff like that, or founded. I mean, founded. Because it was a meteor. But yeah, Thor is just a bit better than him in terms of character. Well, I would say a decent amount more, not just like a tiny bit, because Thor's been around for a lot longer and he's had a lot more. He's son of Odin, you know. He's the brother of Loki, even though Loki's like a frost giant, and he's, I guess you could say, associated with Hela. It's his sister, but that was in Ragnarok. He also introduced Asgard, just like Black Panther did Wakanda. That little thing. He liked Jane Foster, so he had a love interest. I thought they were gonna do it with like Valkyrie as well. He's gonna like Valkyrie. I'm glad they didn't do that. He's very powerful too. He would be in the top three, I would say. He had a little relationship with his hammers, Mjolnir, Stormbreaker. Had a huge arc with Thanos in Infinity War and Endgame, and I really liked it. Well, in Infinity War, not Endgame. Freak Thor in Endgame. Now we got the golden boy. We got Iron Man in the building. You know what I'm saying? We got the smartest Avenger here at number one. Now, if you didn't expect him to be number one, there's something wrong with you. I'm sorry. Now, he has some of the greatest moments in the MCU. Some of his best moments are him saving the world in Avengers 1. And I guess you could say 2. Because he saved that, part of he saved the entire earth, but there was this part in the movie where the ground was the town was leveling, and he saved that. He stopped Hulkbuster in that movie. He made Thanos bleed, and he sacrificed himself in Endgame to save everyone, because in Avengers Infinity War, Doctor Strange told him he had to. And even though he had a family, Morgan, damn, love him 3000. He is the most sacrificial character or hero in the MCU. Here, the character is like Thanos in him, because they're both sacrificial. But yeah, he is the greatest character in the MCU.
Gotsy, come subscribe, like, come subscribe, like, come subscribe, like, come subscribe.